Hello everybody, welcome back to Apex Legends. Now then, I recently received some very good news in the fact that I am being promoted at work. Well, technically. Either way. I'm in a good mood. So I decided to spend 80 quid on Apex coins. Not a decision that I shall regret at all to buy 11,500 of the things. Let that be known, however, I do love this game and I think it's worth supporting to that extent. I still wouldn't say that the event Apex crates are worth, 7 of the ordinary crates. However, that's not the point. The point is, well, I've got 70, I've got 25, and I've got 7, including a legendary pack. So, I've got 103 in total, and I'm going to crack them all open. It's just a shame I have to start with the best, since, well, what I was going to say was, since this is the second time that I've ever spent money, because the Black Friday sale was the first, and I say it's the first time I've ever spent money, it's when I've seriously made an investment into Apex. I mean, I bought the Bloodhound edition, I bought the Founders Pack, I bought the Starter Pack, and I've bought Apex coins once or twice, but it's never been more than sort of £10–20 tops. Aside from, I think it was like 35 at the time of the Black Friday sale last year. And again, now it's, well, 80 quid. So I've sunk quite a bit of money into Apex, but it is a free-to-play game, and if the plan is to keep it going for 10 years, I'm more than happy to oblige to keep it going for that long. As long as the content keeps getting good, the crossplay doesn't bring the hackers to my door, and generally rage quitters stay out of my way. Which recently they have been. So, without further ado, let's crack the first pack. Now, I hate the fact that it has to start with a legendary, and the fact that the legendary is also very much garbage doesn't help. And by the way, what I meant by the legendary is garbage isn't the fact it's an Octane skin, because I don't like that Octane skin, so technically it is garbage, but it's the fact that, well, this is what I ended up getting alongside. It just doesn't seem that great. Still, at least I've got another legendary crossed off the list. Moving on, we have 102 ordinary packs, of which I shall comprise whether or not I regret spending money on these or not. But hey! I actually get to do videos on it, so...
Don't be embarrassed, it happens to everyone, sometimes.
That sounds weird as hell. Because you can't help but think of one specific thing. Everyone knows what it is.
You all think you'll make it out of this alive?
And a rare banner pose for Bloodhound, which is actually alright. I'll keep it in mind. I still like the Till Valhalla pose, but I may change it at some point. You never know. If this is a Code of Honor skin, I'll be pissed. No, it's actually a quite nice Bangalore skin. But then, epic skins being animated puts me off them, because being animated means you're eye-catching, and being eye-catching means you die. Still, if nothing else, at least out of these 100 packs I shall get quite a bit of crafting metals. Fantabulous. A skin that I could have used to buy another skin in the shop not too long ago, but not one that I can buy now. I'm never going to use that because, let's face it, the Sea Dragon, the big head being right next to the iron sights is really off-putting, because you do very much see those goddamn wings on the side of its ears, basically, very clearly when aiming down sights. And I'll show you what I mean in the firing range, if I remember.
I'm quicker than you think. Keep that in mind next time.
Another 99 to go and 2 disappointing legendaries so far. At least I got an all rare crate out of this one. A very Gibraltar-esque crate. I mean, I like the volcanic skin, I do, but I can't replace Brother Bear, can I? God damn. And then there's Tartan Fleece, which honestly doesn't look bad on Gibraltar. It's more of a Bloodhound skin, I think. But, yeah. And the Solar Flare. Havoc isn't exactly the worst, but it's not great either. But hey, it takes them out of the pool for future. Snake Skin Caustic. Yeah, I can see the use of that on King's Canyon.
You already know I'm gonna kill you today.
Yeah. I don't like Revenant being positive at any point. I think he should just be an absolute negative Nancy, so to quote the term. A weapon charm. Watson's Pylon. Cool. I might actually use that. Sandstorm Sentinel. And more crafting metals. I'm pretty sure you only get crafting metals as a result of duplicates, so it's nice to see that I get quite a bloody lot. At least I can use them for what I want. Yeah, I'll switch it up.
Only fight the battles you know you can win.
I'm equipping that one. Yes. I'm going to use that in pretty much every game I ever play as Crypto in random queues, because holy shit, people need to learn this lesson in Apex more than almost any other lesson in life. Because they just seem to be too obsessed with their own pride to run away when they need to. Back off, lure your opponent and then turn around and kill them. Make them make a mistake, don't just fight them on even terms. You give yourself every advantage.
Now you see me.
Crafting metals, and a devotion skin that we shall never see because a devotion never drops, hardly ever anyway. I should change up my devotion skin soon. I'm getting a bit bored of the Sprite custom, as I've nicknamed it.
Be careful. I don't wear all this gear for nothing.
The Cosmos skin on the Kraber. I admit the barrel looks kind of cool, mainly because it, you know, it stands out on one side and all. But are you going to get to actually see that? Probably not. So, I don't know. Eye of the Storm will probably prevail on that one. Another legendary. Another garbage one or good? I'll take it. I'll take it. The Angel City Hustle is a pretty good one. It can be used quite well against certain backgrounds. And it looks good. So I'm switching off Fool's Gold for now.
Don't blame yourself. Blame me.
God damn, there are so many of these freaking horrible quotes that are just designed to incite rage with Pathfinder. It's hard to keep them all at hand. Ah, they're all so good. Pathfinder is just an absolute troll. I'm pretty sure he is a psychopath to a good degree. Ooh, I like Icebreaker. I'm equipping that actually, because I've got Seafoam Scaffold, but Icebreaker really reminds me of Minecraft, now that I look at it more closely, you know? I'm not a fan of that skin, so that's going to stay unequipped for a long time. Another legendary. I'm actually getting quite a few today. Okay. I would be annoyed, but I actually like that. And Gibraltar is someone I use quite a bit. So that might see the light of day sooner than you might think.
Bye, brother. See you later.
Damn, son. Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace that one.
Hey, you did good. I think you did good. I mean, well, maybe not that good after all, considering. Okay, goodbye.
That was some good stuff. What's next? A kill clip for caustic.
This was an inevitable outcome.
I'm not a fan. Funfair looks alright, but it reminds me of Mr. Blobby, and I don't need a reminder of that creepy freaking weird mascot that everyone seems to think is, well, many things, but the worst of all being, well, do I? Do I even need to say it? Ah, dear me. Let's just say he takes after Jimmy Savile and be done with it. The Arctic skin for Loba looks pretty decent. I think it's just because the colour scheme kind of matches the default and makes it a little more uniform in colour. So it makes it stand out a bit more. Pathfinder's grapple distance and Bloodhound's Beast of the Hunt kills. You know, I expected that to be higher, the amount I've played Bloodhound. Let me just get rid of the new on those by selecting them. Pretty standard case.
The slaughter of this battle will be remembered.
Anything I could switch up? I think I might switch that out. And the Skyrise charge rifle. I don't remember what Frozen Path looks like, but I'm going to keep it. And the extra crafting metals are always going to come in handy. I think I've stocked up rather a lot of those by this point.
Every decision counts.
I kind of want to push that over 30k now. And Revenant's winning kills. If only you could get a silenced kills. I'm pretty sure I've got about 3 of them as well. Just with silence, knockdowns, and just instant deaths from silence. Crypto banner. Caustic. Ah.
Riches make the man. I can't wait to see what you're made of.
It's something.
You know, I didn't get here alone. Man, I defeated a lot of people to get here.
Yeah, I might switch it out for a while. I might switch back later on, but we'll see. Okay. 3 rares, still decent. Veiled Threat Revenant banner frame. And the Unicornucopia skin for Mirage. Not today. Might have been 3 rares, but it doesn't feel like it was particularly that much. Then again, this epic could be more disappointing. It isn't. Oh, I like Cyberstripe though. Eye of the Storm is my favourite animated skin for guns. Just, I like the blue metallic, like, sheen that it has going for it. But Cyberstripe is good though. That's gonna be a tough one to call.
Hey, you jumped, you ran, you shot a thing maybe, but then you met me and, well, here we are.
Nah, I'll keep that one out for now. Pretty sure I've got around 4,000 crafting metals by this point, so whatever the hell I don't end up with, aside from an heirloom, because I can't use my crafting metals for that, I can just make myself. Yeah, let's switch it up for a while.
I'm like a rock, but rocks don't hit back. Ha 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 ha!
The end of that sentence on that particular voice line sounds like they just recorded ha once and repeated it 3 times. It sounds a bit weird.
I'm like a rock, but rocks don't hit back. Ha 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 ha!
That's more like it. I was gonna say, Branscombe Richmond usually does really good work on Gibraltar's voice lines. One of the reasons I really like him as a character is the voice work is so good. Well, I finally got deep blue with Bloodhound. I really do like that skin. It makes Bloodhound stand out. And that's probably the reason it'll never see the light of day when I'm using it, because I do like my camouflage. 460 games played as Wraith, Jesus. Oh, I didn't think I'd played Wraith that much, but, well, here we are. I have, and that's a surprise. Albeit it probably shouldn't be. Oh, wow, okay, double epic. Yeah, I'll take that. What we got? Okay. That banner pose is literally the personal favourite of mine for Bloodhound, so I'm equipping that. This, on the other hand, well, I've said many times, and I'll say it again, I hate orange, so backbench, enjoy. And there's Tartan Fleece on Bloodhound. So yeah, I just think that kind of fits more with the coat being what it is. It makes it look more like a maritime pea coat, aside from the sleeves, of course. They're a bit different, but it still looks decent. What else we got? Legendary in this one? I was too bulky. Really? Okay, so Funfair P 2020, that's just one extra out of the pool. And Clover Wingman, which honestly, if I was going to use that colour on the Wingman, I'd just use the Legendary variant from Season 4. Or the Epic variant from Season 4? No, it was an Event Legendary. You know the one I mean. I can explain with showing later, and why am I getting all of the Tartan Fleece? Although I've got to admit, that kind of suits Watson's jacket. I didn't think it would, but yeah. Kind of reminds me of a friend of mine who wears the same pattern, but black and red, all the time. It does look nice when it's in black and red, though. I wouldn't be surprised if that'll be a recolour that gets added at some point in future. Because recolours, albeit this game's been slammed for them, can work nicely. Another 2 rares, anything good? Not really, although I do have to admit that skin does look quite nice. Tie-dye lifeline, and more crafting metals. Moving swiftly on, because that pack was kind of meh. Okay, there's some good camo for King's Canyon. And I can use that on King's Canyon as well. The problem is I like Midnight too much. Like, the solid black on Octane just works. So it's kind of hard for me to replace it, because I've grown to like it more and more the more I play Octane as well. Even though it is one of the basic common skins, it still looks nice, so stick with it. Yeesh. Didn't think that many people had actually used my death totems. You know, it's better if you don't use the death totem, that's the scary thing. If you can push and use the... I guess the... Not necessarily the dopamine rush, because that's the end result, but the adrenaline rush combined with the dopamine rush, if you manage to win, you're basically meant to just use the adrenaline rush to push blindly without a care in the world. If it backfires, you back off. If it doesn't, well, you've killed the whole team. And that's kind of the ideal outcome. But seeing this makes me think, just how much do you actually get knocked back instead of taking someone out? Then again, a whole team rushes another team, all in death's protection. You kill or down one, even maybe 2 of the enemies, and then just bull rush them again after you've all returned to the totem, and they're in for a bad time, because there's no way in hell they're getting back before you do. Also, on that note, a bit of a dirty trick that I've recently noticed is something I've never gotten the chance to use, and I'm disappointed by it. Because using Wraith's Portal from the totem to a fight means that as soon as you go back to the totem, you can essentially go straight back into the fight. Sure, it's risky, but this is why combining it with a Watson Caustic, or... who else would be particularly good at that point? Maybe a Bangalore, just for the extra smoke at best, but yeah. Combining that with trapping the end of the portal that's near your death's totem means that if the enemy do try and follow you right through it and back to the totem, they're more ready to die. it's just a good way to set up that ultimate to really have an impact and to make sure that if you're putting the enemy on the back foot, you'll win, and if they've put you on the back foot, they're coming into a very unfavourable position. I really do like that camouflage, but it doesn't really match the two current maps very well. We'll see how it matches when we get to Olympus next season. The new map's already got people talking, and I can't wait to see what it looks like myself. I'm saving myself from any spoilers and leaks so far though. I kind of want to be surprised when I see the new map from up high. Snakeskin, Kraber.
I don't fear anything. Can you say the same?
And the banner pose. Yeah, why not? Still got 75 of these packs to go. Damn. Then again, I did just spend a good few minutes talking through Revenant Tactics. It's a little bit basic for a devotion.
I never say die. I fight until it hurts. I like that one.
Just because it annoys every single person that ever comes near Watson. There we go. Now I can pester my teammates and everyone if I'm champion. Ah, damn it. Pestering your teammates can sometimes be fun as long as it's done playfully. I'm actually surprised I've recharged that many shields as well. As basic as that looks, I really do like it. I really don't know why, but I really like the colour scheme on that. Other colours, not so much, but the white and black really does look good.
Come by Casa de Octane for a cold one.
Yeah, that doesn't really fit Octane's personality. It seems too chilled out for him. Like he's always on the move. Stopping for a beer doesn't seem like him. Well, I can't say I'm ever going to use it, but I don't mind it. The sheen on the metal looks nice. The animation's kind of meh, but yeah. As long as it's not Code of Honor, I'm fine. And I hate that skin, so that's staying
This is how
back.
it has to be. I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm going to keep that one off the wheel. I might equip it later, but we'll see. God, I'm getting a lot of skins for the EVA 8. Though I do like Recluse. But I need to keep Guardian of Atlantis on to show you what I mean about the sights being a pain in the arse. And the colour scheme for that, I'm not a fan. It just doesn't seem like it would match anywhere. Ooh, Midnight Havoc. I want to see how that looks for a couple of matches. Then I'll switch back to Icebreaker. There we go, another legendary, and is it good? It is indeed not. Well, the iron sights on this are supposed to be really good, but I don't like them because of the way the spikes appear down the line. Because I've seen that before. I mean, it's not a bad legendary by all means, I just don't like the iron sights. And considering how good the iron sights are on the default R301 for me, I would prefer to keep them.
Your championships are as meaningless as you are.
Nah. Need more personal ones for that. Warlord seems to bring a lot more colour than a lot of other skins. But I don't think I'll be using today. Youngblood's just too good of a skin. Yeah, you know what? I'll give that one a shot. I'm not a fan of the current animated one too much, so maybe that one will suit it better. We'll see. What else we got? Honestly, I'm having a hard time really distinguishing that from the Midnight skin. There's like one or two bits here and there that are different, and that's about it. But I'm keeping an eye of the storm, obviously. I don't mind that. It's not too bad. Not a skin that I would use particularly at this point. It always gets hard to choose your skins when you've got hundreds of them. Which begs the question of why I ended up getting 103 more packs, because to be honest, I can't use everything it gives me.
I guess I found your off switch.
Nah. And hell no, because making Caustic's like main apron and protective gloves and his gas mask way more standout doesn't really help him in any way. Even the yellow's more subtle than that grey. It's bold grey. I don't quite know how that works, but it does. At least to my eye, it's catching. And like I said, I don't like things that are eye-catching on skins. I like to make sure I'm not seen rather than I get seen. I've seen worse, I've seen better. But the reason that I like to stay undetected is pretty simple. If someone spots me out the corner of their eye while I'm moving and I don't spot them, I don't want to put myself at that disadvantage. It's as simple as that. I want to be able to see the enemy first, and by being harder to spot, I've got more chance of doing that.
Shooter ready.
That's too basic, even for Bangalore. As for the Lucky Charm skin, it's alright, not great, and the crafting metals are always appreciated. Always nice to see how many grenades you've screwed with. And the AR kills is just going to be what it is. Considering that that's about half of my Revenant kills, I'm over-reliant on assault rifles. I need to change that. Then again, they are generally just dependable at mid to long range and also useful in short range on hipfire. So it's just, I don't know, the utility's way better than it should be. Nah. And a rare skin for the Prowler. Which, for some reason, just reminds me of Toy Story. Probably because the exact layout that it shows there reminds me of Andy's wallpaper. That's going back many a year though. I'm showing my age off on that one a bit. Okay. Surprise party doesn't look too bad. I think it's kind of aided a little bit by the animated power surge through the middle of a sentinel. Which, despite only being brought down to use one shield cell, still doesn't get used very often. Of course, on PC it's different, but then on PC a lot of things are different. And I'm not going to be using that.
You're not even worth the chalk to tally.
Youch. Still not harsh enough. Okay. Code of Honor skin? No. But not one that I'll be using. Have I just got that many of the Code of Honor skins I can't get them anymore? Because I keep expecting to just get more in the way of that kind of animated skin. And I'm just not getting them. Not that I'm a fan of Break the Enemy. The purple is not too great and the animated pattern is... It doesn't fit for me. It just doesn't click. I don't particularly like it. I don't know. It's a mix of a couple of things that just kind of put me off the skin over other options. So that's probably never going to see the light of day in my hands.
You got bamboozled.
Okay. I don't think I need to add that into my voice wheel, considering he says that pretty much every time someone actually gets bamboozled. I don't need to add fake bamboozles in there. Because my good god, we don't need more bamboozles when you can already spawn about 250 decoys a match if you just do it constantly. And I'm talking about, like, ordinary plus ultimates. If you just do that over and over again, you can easily create 250,000 decoys a match.
I'll take your life and your loot. I'm exceptionally good at both.
That's a decent voice line. I like it. What else we got? A bit of a bust of a crate, but we'll take it. Okay, so the skin that I've got for the L-Star isn't bad. Quips.
Blessings are upon me and brethren.
It's alright.
Surprise! I hope I didn't scare you.
I hate that voice line for Pathfinder, because people just spam it for the obvious.
Surprise!
Every damn time. Another low-end crate. Not great. Like the collar though. The collar looks nice. And 15. Is it 15? Yeah, it's 15 for the low ones. 15 more crafting metals. I'll take them. You never know, for the next event I'm going to probably be able to get about 4 of the cosmetics. Okay.
I plan on getting under your skin.
I'm not a fan. It reminds me too much of warning tape. Okay.
That's the last time you charge anybody.
I can't really think of many good applications for that voice line. Doesn't really fit. Okay, a weapon charm. A Void Walker injector. I don't know what I can possibly fit that to. And the bloody variant of Gone Bananas in red, called Peel Out for Octane. Fitting name, not so much a fitting skin. And the Prowler skin is meh. I would say this barely qualifies as a rare because it's slightly different patterned to the ordinary sand colours. But it got enough to get the upgrade. Comes to something when the best skin of the bunch is a P2020 skin. I mean, that kind of fits Revenant a little bit, but that would make you stand out far too damn much. And, well, the yellow flatline. I've got Eye of the Storm. I ain't replacing it for a basic colour block. This gonna be the Code of Honor that I've been waiting for? No? Damn, okay then. I just keep expecting it and it does not come around. It's not bad, it's not great either though. And the Orchid Spitfire, which I don't honestly mind. The solid block purple with the black frame looks nice. Like, all of the basic guns tend to look nice on the common skins. It's just, well, rares and epics look better, and then legendaries, well, legendaries surprisingly in this are a bit hit or miss. Loot pain through walls, already 12 items. Sheesh.
If I had a heart, it would be racing right now. I work hard for the money.
I'm gonna have to equip that. Because for some reason, that sentence coming from a robot just doesn't make sense. And I know that it annoys people. Because on the Apex Legends Reddit, people get annoyed at that line. Much like every other one of Pathfinder's lines. But still. Oh look. The damage done as Revenant, which doesn't have a background. Should I equip it? Nah. You know, the Arctic R301 looks decent. It's a basic recolor again, but it does look nice. Nah, I'll keep the one that was in the Battle Pass. Alpha Dog actually looks good. So I'm going to keep that one rolling for a while. Oof, another bargain bin bloody box now. All is forgiven. That skin is awesome. Although Vaporwave on Watson looks really cool. Damn, that's going to be a hard call.
The distance between life and death is measured by suffering.
How joyous. Okay, this isn't bad. Not a skin I'll be using.
Just a step in the right direction.
And a Revenant banner frame. You know, that basic one might actually work. I've been looking for a new one as Revenant, and I had a look through, and I didn't really spot any, but... About frickin' time. The fact that I can go back and actually count how many packs I've had to open to get to this point... I'm gonna remember this, and I'm gonna check. Because I can go back and check every single unboxing I've done. Every single pack that I've gotten from day one of Apex, I've got recorded. So I can go back and check to see exactly how many it took me to get to this point. The question is now, whose do I get? And of course, I'm getting it now. Why? Oh, that's obvious. While you have 150 shards, you have your maximum. Meaning that if you go and try to get more, it's impossible. So, I've got 5 heirlooms to choose from, because there's one that I'm certainly not getting, and it's this one right here. Why? Because those boxing gloves take up so much of your field of view, enemies can sneak up on you easier. The kunai is very uninvasive, and is quite useful, and is the original G when it comes to heirlooms. And then we have the most recent entry, which is quite a fantastically god-awful taste in just gold leafing everything, which fits Mirage so bloody well. The only thing that could have paralleled it for his heirloom is a honey roasted pork chop. It's a golden damn statue of him. Octane's butterfly knife kind of annoys me. And let me tell you why. Because it's a really weird thing to be annoyed by. And it's the serum inside the knife not being the same colour as his other stims. It looks more like it's sulfuric acid. And I know that Octane likes taking drugs, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't inject that into himself. So it pretty much boils down to one of 4. Doesn't it? Lifeline shock sticks, Bloodhound's axe, Wraith's kunai, or Captain Goldleaf's own statue. But which one do I go for? Do I go for my main and get the axe, so I can use it the most? Do I go for shock sticks to motivate me to play Lifeline more, because Lifeline at the minute is quite good and is very useful, and I always tend to have good games playing Lifeline? Honestly, that's a pretty strong argument. Or do I just go for the original G and get Wraiths? The kunai that's uninvasive, simple, and obviously gains weeb points. Or do I just go with the clumsiness to just give me some extra lol points? Because honestly, I will end up laughing at the animations that Mirage gets for his heirloom. Because it is just stupid. I really don't know. It's tough. It is. Because the chances of me getting more heirloom shards now are incredibly slim. And I can't hold on to them because I'd really rather not open up any packs while I've got them, because as far as I can tell, because I've got some, the game registers my heirloom shards as full. Until I empty them, any Apex packs that I open don't count towards getting more. So I need to buy one now. I'm really tempted by Lifeline shock sticks because they're good. Because I get good games out of Lifeline. And generally just to motivate me to play someone who is underplayed, or if they're not underplayed, the reason I believe they're underplayed is, well, do I need to explain it? I seem to get angry about it every time I've got a Lifeline on my team, and it is, I need health. Lifeline proceeds to run past, doesn't give a fuck. Lifeline gets shot about 3 minutes later, takes 5 health damage, uses healing drone. That shit happens far too goddamn often, and makes you want to kill yourself, just to make sure that the lifeline gets the message, "You're supposed to heal me, you stupid prick." Thankfully, I'm not like that, though. I try to keep on top of my allies and their conditions, because that's what a good support/medic is supposed to do. But then, I'd probably see more out of one of these three. I do enjoy playing Mirage, and this would give me another reason to play him, just to laugh at the animations of him dropping this thing all over the place. The Raven's Bite would give me my main's heirloom, which kind of cements my position, doesn't it? It's not my favourite heirloom in terms of looks. It's just for the legend that it's assigned to. I mean, that is gloriously, fantastically tacky beyond all, like, belief. But, the kunai, it's pretty basic. I don't know if they've still got that ear-piercing horribleness in there, but given the fact that I've currently got hearing loss, I probably wouldn't even hear it myself anyway, because it's for more astute hearing. And then there's the shock sticks. Pretty basic looking heirloom, but still a good one. You know what, screw it. Main's rights. Job done. Simple as that.
I honor those who've risen, not those who've fallen.
The good old melee weapon skin. And the banner pose. I'm still going to keep that one unequipped. Right then. Now that I've made a decision on my heirloom, back to work for the rest of these packs. Kicking it off with an epic, huh? Now, I don't like animated skins usually, but the fact that that makes Revenant's faceplate basically like a metallic sheen red is a real big plus. Because the animation on Revenant isn't too pronounced unless it's at his back, because of his shoulders. It kind of does on the front as well, but I think it going a different way to the ones that go down overs kind of helps a little bit. It's a strong contender, but I like Arachnophobia quite a bit.
Keep your pride.
Okay, double rare, not the worst in the world. What we got? Yeah, you know what, why not? I think that might actually give some good light to the banner. And the Slither R99 looks alright, but not great. And then we've just got Sunfire Havoc, which I don't mind. Like, a bright yellow energy weapon kind of makes sense to a degree. Because, I don't know, radioactive bullets or something. And now we're scraping the bargain bin again.
The results have come in. You lose.
I did on this pack, yes. Pretty damn badly. Because Chaos Theory isn't exactly the best skin in the world, and I've got far more superior ones for the Wingman. The best thing to come out of this entire thing is probably this and the cheap joke I just made out of that quip. That's a sad pack right there. Okay. LMG kills with Mirage. And 15 crafting metals. I'll take it. It's not great, but, you know, it's something. Ah, double epic. This has to be a code of honor, right? Well, I was right. Finally got a code of honor skin. It seems like Break the Enemy may be taking over for the code of honor skins, since I've probably got most of them by now. Well, aside from those two very disappointing epic skins, because they're my least two favourite schemes for the animated epic skins, moving on. Please don't be another code of honor skin, I'll actually be annoyed. Oh no, it's a weapon charm this time, okay. And it's an arc star. I can probably find a use for that on one of the guns.
It's not your fault. I get it. But this is just the way it goes.
What? Shit out of Apex packs? Yeah, thanks for the wake-up call, like I didn't already know. What else we got here? Double rare? Okay. I'm not a massive fan of this. I mean, it looks alright, but yeah, white or black looks better. It's just, I think the contrast or the uniformity kind of draws me to Midnight or Arctic. This is not something I would use. I've done a lot of EMP damage with Crypto already. It's only going to go up as well. Every time you find an Evo shield, Crypto's your man to give it to for free, because he can charge it up with no risk. Okay. Only 20 top 3 positions with Crypto. How many times have I won with him? Like 5? I'm not a fan, but it looks alright. I think just having a skin that would make the top or the jacket completely black, the corset red, and then the trousers probably like a mix between black and crimson as well, would probably be a hell of a good way to have a good skin for Loba. In fact, I'm amazed there isn't just a colour scheme for that for everybody. It's just a sort of black and red mix. Then again, maybe it would look a bit too like a Dominatrix, especially in her case. But it would still look cool, don't you think? Another legendary. This is going to be an execution. No, it's a less cool version of Vaporwave. Fab. Something I'm not going to use.
To say your death is a waste is the understatement of the century.
Aptly appropriate, considering that we're talking about Watson, the one person that you actually care about. Yeah, the Clover Hemlock doesn't look too bad. I kind of like it, actually. Not as much as Eye of the Storm or another skin that I would use, but it looks okay. Okay, this isn't a bad skin. I don't mind this. I mustn't have had many of the Sunfire skins. I kind of like it for the triple take, though. It kind of works. Also, just on that note, while I remember, I found a guy who, albeit did a pretty bad job because he took all the photos on his phone, did a pretty bad job of highlighting the fact that, well, the triple take has that barrel, yes? The Mastiff also has a similar firing barrel style, and yet this is the only weapon that can have a precision choke. Why did they not potentially modify the precision choke to be applicable to the Mastiff, if not the Peacekeeper, to bring its horizontal spread more in line? I mean, I get the fact that if you had a Mastiff that could fire at mid-long range like a rifle, it would probably be OP as all hell. But that's why you've got all the crappy optics that fit on it. And the Peacekeeper, well, it was kind of the same. With high damage drop-off. It became a subpar but still somewhat decent rifle. It was below average by quite a way, but it was still usable as a repeater rifle. And I think that's one of the big draws people really enjoyed about the Peacekeeper. And they still do, on the rare occasions they can get their hands on one. I do like clockwork on the Kraber, almost as much as I like Eye of the Storm, if not probably more so. I'm going to switch that up. Revenant's Edge of Sanity. You know what? I will equip that. Just to see how it looks in terms of the lighting. And what is that? Flecton camo? Or something similar to it. The Disruptor skin. But I'm sticking with Vaporwave. As much as Vaporwave goes against everything I say when it comes to like camouflage and stuff, it's a cool looking skin. I like it. It fits Watson. Also, thank you very much. I shall take those and use them, well, for something at some point, sometime. The New Moon skin. You know what? Yeah, I'll equip that. I like the New Moon skin. Especially on the charge rifle.
On me.
We know. What else we got here? I didn't expect to like that as much as I do. I'm surprised. I actually do like that. I like this as well. Kind of gives Revenant more of a stealth vibe. And the crafting metals are always a nice buff. I wonder how many I have, because you know what I forgot to do when I was checking out the heirloom? I forgot to check how many I had. You know what? I'll see how it looks. I don't see myself using that long term though. Midnight Pathfinder, which for some reason is more white than black. 'Tis Confusion. Still looks decent though. I think I still prefer Tropic Streak because it's more camouflaged than that. Because Tropic Streak Pathfinder seems to fit in an uncanny amount of places. The Urban Edge skin doesn't look too bad, and then Slither P2020. And the Checkered Past Lifeline. That's probably one of my least favourite skins in the whole game because I don't like the colour scheme for that pattern. So it just kind of puts me off the skin altogether. But at least I won't get it again. Well, not for Lifeline, but you know what I mean. Clearwater Triple Take looks nice as well. Another bargain bin. Apex pack. What do we got? Not something I'll use.
Rate of fire means nothing when you miss all the time.
Yeah, I'll equip that. Because I think some people do need to learn that lesson one way or another. And the Urban Legend skin fits Revenant, but I don't know. The fact that it's red and therefore wouldn't camouflage anywhere kind of makes me hesitant to use it. I wouldn't say I'm reliant on camouflage. I'd just say that I pay close attention to it. Probably a lot closer than most. Lifeline's Field Kit. What could I equip that onto? And the Flamingo Kraber. Honestly, a bright pink Kraber looks ridiculously standout, so Flamingo is the perfect way to describe it.
Some compounds are inert, having little to no effect on the outcome. Like you.
Ouch. That's pretty harsh. If you're up on your scientific lingo and can even understand it. Anything good? Definitely not. Because a legendary banner frame is something you never get to see, aside from in the lobbies, which, to be honest, is a complete waste of a legendary in my opinion, so I'm going to leave it there. The Arctic Crypto skin doesn't look half bad. You know what? Yeah, sure. I'll equip that, actually. I like it. Over, even, the best legendary that Crypto has. Because I prefer the way his hair looks. A legendary for the Sentinel. And it would be the olive drab version and not the black version, wouldn't it? Because the black version looks cool. That looks very like it's out of Halo. Aside from that, it's a weapon I never use. So that's not going to see the light of day even now that I've equipped it virtually. The Envy version of the Kraber. It's very slight differences to the Flamingo, so... Okay, I'll take that.
I am the hunter the gods have sent.
I'll take that. By no means the best pack, but it was a good one. It was a good one. Okay, the Clockwork skin. I could swear to God I had that on the R99. I could swear to God I did. But I think I'm thinking of the R301, because I used that skin on the R301 for the longest time. And I do like the way it looks on the R99, so I am going to equip it. I do like Circuit Breaker on Pathfinder. I used Circuit Breaker on Bangalore for a while. I don't know if that's just the lighting from the Apex pack on the ground, or if it's actually something they've changed, but the blue seems to have a little bit more of a sort of standout electrified effect. I know that they do modify skins, or in some cases like Generation X even change how they look entirely at one point, if anyone remembers that. But yeah. That isn't a bad skin, actually.
Viene, this may be the last time you compete.
Never quit, that's how you win.
Can you tell that to everyone who's quit over 100 friggin' matches, please? Would be nice. I've quit 2 to this day and I remember both of them. The first one was in rank because I was definitely going to do nothing but die if I got respawned, so I just thought, nah, there's no point. Still feel a bit bad about it, but I feel justified in the fact that I could have done nothing because my teammates spent that much time looting death boxes and waiting, and then ran back into where the zone was to get us back, that we had like 2 solid minutes-ish of running in zone before we'd get back. And then the second time was just me about to have an absolute breakdown. So, yeah. I'm not happy about either moment, but sometimes you just need to take a break. Gibraltar's gun shield? I'm getting quite a few decent charms. I don't mind that, actually. I wouldn't equip it over Vaporwave any day of the week, but still. And that's being equipped. I really like the way that colour scheme works. Even though it kind of clashes with the boots, it still fits well. Nah, I'll keep foul play over the Tadar pose. Come on, be a good epic for once. God damn it. At least I can't get it again. Takes it out of the pool.
You should have stayed home today.
The quip kind of redeems that a little bit. It's alright. It's not the best skin in the world.
I could do this all day.
kind of a substandard whip, honestly. Another epic. Is it going to be any good? Actually, yes, because I like the colour scheme of this one. You know what? Yeah, for a few games I'll use it. Why not? It's a bit standout, but it still looks cool. I mean, that really does kind of shove Brother Bear in your face, doesn't it?
Ain't afraid of you hear me?
This is a decent bin. Or a decent bin. How many games have I played for that to be stuck in my head? Seriously. Eh. I don't mind the Out for Blood skin. It's alright. It's not great, but yeah. And the Unbreakable Bond banner pose. I do really like that, because it just sums up Bloodhound quite well. But Personal Touch is hard to replace. Hieroglyphs, even though you can't even really see much definition in it beyond the clear rings. $103 revives as Mirage, if I can speak properly. I'm honestly not that surprised. Given his new buffs for his res being under Cloak, he is really, really good. If only everyone resed quicker when they were in Mirage, in Gibraltar's Dome, Mirage would probably be OP, but then again, you lob a grenade in there, you'll get him. So maybe it's best that they're not quicker at resing in the Dome. Who knows? The balance of this game's always something that's taken quite seriously, I feel, and it's always been worked pretty well. There are always some legends, god damn it, that do end up coming off better than everyone else. I can't believe I got the Code of Honor skin for the R301. Curses. Nah, since I've got Peacekiller, I'm keeping that. But there are always certain legends who are going to perform better than others in Apex. It's just the way that games like this go. Not that the devs haven't tried their best to balance it more, but... well... you know. I'm going to leave that one unequipped. I'm not a massive fan of the legendary banners that Revenant has. Is going to be an execution? Something useful? No, it's going to actually be a really, really nice skin for the G7. However, it is one that is kinda invasive. I'm gonna try it though, because I do like the colour scheme of this quite a lot. And apparently, there's a reload animation on the G7 you only get with its legendary skins, which is the good old M1 Garand rifle reload, where the clip pings out the top and you shove a new one in through the top. Right through the bolt, right there. I don't quite know how it works, given the fact that you'd essentially be pushing it down and it would slide down a little bit out of line from what I can see here. But whatever, it's a reload animation and it works.
That was fun for me.
Look on the bright side. You got beat by a legend.
Not such a bright side when everyone in the arena is a legend, Watson. For God's sake, break the enemy has become my goddamn Code of Honor. At least, now that I've got most of the break the enemy skins, I can probably never get any more that would disappoint me.
In the end, one's life is measured by those we've changed.
Well, I should be in good stead then. Some of the ways I've changed some people's lives. Maybe not for others, though, but some of the good things I've done I'm particularly proud of. I'm guessing that's exclusively out of your black market. Honestly, the difference between that and Midnight is so minuscule I could barely tell the difference for a minute. You know what, that's more of a positive outlook for Brother Bear. I'm going to use that instead. It's hard to believe it's taken me over an hour to open all these.
I find no pleasure in taking a life that doesn't appreciate it.
I can't imagine many people do.
Don't bother trying to find me. I'll find you.
I quite like the direwolf skin for Loba. It doesn't change all too much, but it still has quite an impact on the small details that it does change. That's how you make a good skin. Even more so if it fits into a snowy background. It's basic, but it looks decent. Yeah, I'm a bit sick of feather birds at this point, so let's switch it up. What else we got? Another legendary in the last 10. This is probably the last one, so make it a good one, please. I'll let you take your bets on whether I'm happy about getting that or not. I quite like that skin for the devotion, to be honest. From a legendary to a bargain basement.
If I can be honest, I just like the killing.
Yeah, I kinda like the new moon skin on the Prowler as well. Do I like it more than Eye of the Storm? No. Eye of the Storm's my all-time favourite animated skin, and even then I don't even notice when it is animated, it just looks nice. Warlord's alright, but not great. And I'm not a fan of Limelight on Bloodhound, I just don't think the green helps to have it stand out. Okay, it's basic, but it looks alright. I kinda like the faint cyan colour that it adds. And since Wraith's default outfit colour usually is black, it combines pretty well. And paper trail on the Spitfire, get that out of my sight, I hate that skin. It looks like a 5-year-old's doodles and was probably inspired by them as well. Okay, the solid red L-Star doesn't look half bad. Honestly, I'd say I prefer that to the legendary L-Star that looks all futuristic and is fully red. The Jester Longbow, not great, and some crafting metals. Never gonna turn my nose up at crafting metals. It's just free currency to use for the cosmetics that you want, which you're often too worried about spending on non-event stuff, generally. I don't mind Wildlands, it's an alright skin, and Caustic's Quip.
If our paths cross, you'll wish the end came sooner.
Yeah, go on then, I'll take that. What else we got here? Couple of quips and a pretty... Took me a second It took me a second of, like, how's this skin look? Took me a second before I just went, it's Mr. Blobby, isn't it? It's Mr. fucking Blobby. I now hate that skin with a passion, because Mr. Blobby is terrifying. Why is he a children's mascot? Honestly. He gives me the kind of chills up my spine that you would get if you were stuck in a room with a paedophile.
Ooh, sick death, dude.
Nah.
When you have nothing else to lose, it's easy to win.
So in other words, when you don't care, it's easier to get wins? Yeah, tell me something I don't know. When I'm relaxed and I do not care about how the games go, I do a lot better than if I really, really try hard. Because I end up making mistakes. Stupid ones. Tightrope's okay. And that pose is pretty cool. But now that I've got personal touch, I'm not replacing it. I've said it many a time already through this video. Okay. For some reason it's Revenant has turned his pattern into what would be someone's Hawaiian swim shorts. And the rest of these are terrible and decent. Okay, last pack. Let's end on a bang and go for a legendary. Come on, don't let me down. I'll take an epic. Please don't be a code of honor. Okay then. Yeah. Yeah, I'll switch that up for a while. Sunfire Kraber. I actually quite like that. I don't know why. Maybe because it just reminds me of a danger sign right before you get a major concussion from the 50 cal. And I'm not a massive fan of that skin, but yeah, that does look pretty decent. I like the fact that the cloth rips and various scuff marks and scratch marks are all still just exempt from colour because they are counted as textures on the skins. Just adds a little bit more standout for Bloodhound than a lot of other characters. But nah, I don't mind that. That was an alright way to end it. Honestly though, I have to be honest, and I have to be blunt. And this is going to seem pretty ungrateful. Because all I can think to say is, as for the legendaries that I got today, all of them, every single one, I would say disappointed me. Every single one. Because I just don't feel as though any of them were particularly good. Mirage's current skin here probably being the highlight. Then again, considering the legendaries weren't that bad, I still did end up with an heirloom, didn't I? The question is, with the heirloom, that's how you want to equip it. Yeah. Fair enough. And I did say that I was going to quickly go into the firing range and show you what I meant with the EVA 8 and its sights. I'm pretty sure most people will already know. But just to hammer the point home of why I hate those skins, I'm going to show you anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you're using the EVA 8 how it's supposed to be used, which is close range with a double tap from hipfire, it isn't the end of the world. But, well, it still makes a bit of a difference. Let's see, shotguns are this way. No, I forget where shotguns are. Am I stupid? There we go. Yeah, it's just that in iron sights. Consider how much space that takes up from your field of vision. Like, if someone was to sneak up on me crouched from one side, and, like, look, there's a wall there, right? And I've got my gun aimed there. If someone decides they want to creep around here and just take a pot shot at me, chances are if I'm aiming down sights here and trying to fire at somebody over there, I'm not going to see that because that's completely blocked my view. It's just that kind of thing, like that little difference with this, that tiny detail. It annoys me. Because a legendary skin, albeit, yeah, fair enough, skins are one way that you can make the game more balanced, I would say, than having actual competitive edges, because no one likes pay to win. But essentially with this skin, I'd say this skin's one that's pay to lose. I didn't even notice that beforehand, but the ammo count is slightly obscured as well. So if you're on your last bullet, the only way you know is because of, well, it blinks. Better thing to do is to keep an eye on your ammo counter down in the bottom corner than to keep an eye on your ammo count while you're here. I wonder how much getting a sight on this actually negates the problem. Completely. Okay, so just don't use iron sights. This thing does nothing at a far range. Yeah, it isn't too bad at mid-range. But then, of course, where it comes into its own is hipfire at this kind of range. But you will notice, without a shotgun bolt, double tap really fucks up your rate of fire. Because if I explain, like, that's 4 shots. It's fairly consistent, it's fairly suppressive. Then, of course, switching it up, it still gives some suppression, but I just think that split-second gap that it leaves without a bolt, like there, gives your opponent enough time to recover from flinch and counter-flinch you, and if you flinch with this thing, that's what you're probably going to get. Anyway, point proven. That's why I don't like that skin, and why I'm a little bit iffy on the EVA 8 as a whole, really. But yeah, I finally got an heirloom, which is good. Especially since pretty much everyone I know who's actually got this now has had an heirloom before me. So it's nice to finally play catch-up, even though I'm certain I've had more Apex packs than they have. Probably combined in some cases, I would say. But yeah, it's nice to finally get an heirloom. Now it just remains to actually test it in a fight. Because apparently, there's a few frames difference between punches and the heirloom strikes. Not exactly the biggest pay-to-win competitive edge in the world. But then again, just remember, there is no such thing as pay-to-win in this game. Not like there's shorter executions than others at all. Now then. Until next time, when I actually play some games, because I'm not going to play Apex tonight, I've got other things to do. I'll see you later. This has been fun. Even if it is just opening packs, it is nice. Damn, I really like that goddamn skin as well. And yet, I still don't have the skin that I need to get it. The irony that even spending £80 still doesn't get you what you need. This game could easily become a money sink. But still, this is a one-off because of the sale. And just generally the good news of today, in my case. Oh yeah, wait, this is why this is displaying as normal now, because yeah, the sale is over. How did I forget? I was wondering, wait, where's the sale on here? Wait, I already own the G7 Ready Up bundle. Oh, because I own the skin, I'm not allowed to buy that because it has packs with it. Okay, fine. If they want to throw packs in with legendary skins, I'm all for that. Question is, how much are they going to sell those for? Because I reckon that's 2,000. The legendary skin being 1,800, 2 packs price, and then a free pack. Seems the most logical to me. Anyway, enough rambling. I'm going to take off Because, well, there's something else I want to stream and it's on a different console, so I'll see you later. Ciao, ciao, ciao.